Hey, my lovely Willow Vibes tribe members. I just want to do another reading. And this isn't like a tarot card reading, it's more of a channeled message. So, you know, um, I just heard, so take it with a grain of salt, apparently. But whether I have cards or not, the messages are all the same. Because I get messages even without cards, just FYI. So there's something that you need to take with a grain of salt, some information. But what I want to say initially, well, for one, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stick around. Hope you do. But, okay, there's a couple things I want to say right off the bat. And one of the things was, is, because I'm doing it right this second, is when it pertains to my sister and the message I shared, that's all true. And I found out I actually had an honest conversation with her, and she admitted a lot of things to me, and we spoke very honestly. I wasn't mad at her, and I didn't chew her out or anything like that. And I got the truth, which is good for me. So it is what it is. But I want to say with that situation, especially if anyone knows what's truly going on with her and why I have her babies here and stuff, don't berate my sister. Don't talk down to her. Don't cause more problems. Just don't. Because I hope that she's going to try, and why make a situation worse? What she did to me when it pertained to my father, and basically the lie that she told, that made him and my family on that side not want to talk to me. That it is what it is. I want to say no hard feelings. I was upset, I was mad, I was angry over the situation, but I also am very understanding, and I know that she's going through a lot, and I know that she needs as much help as she can get. So I do not want anyone to attack her, say mean things, nothing like that. Like, I don't want that. I want her to get better, and I want her to be successful, and I wish the best for her regardless of her choices and what happens. That's my wish for her. So anyways, there's that. And the other thing I want to mention is back during that crazy energy where I had picked up on some fucked up stuff. I'm just saying, like, this was like a year or two ago. Actually, I think it was more than a year ago. So probably 2 years ago. Regardless of when this happened, I was picking up on some really effed up energy with like theft and substances and all kinds of stuff. And pew pews, pew pew. Bad shit. Bad shit. It's on here. It's literally on here. Some of it is not public, but most of it is. And at the time, I was like, who is this for? Is this for me? Because I had a dream about this specific person, and I was like, oh my God, this person knows me. Like, is this going to happen in my house? Like, I was just like losing my mind over it. And it had nothing to do with me. But I was learning with the energies that I was picking up on. And, I do read minds. And if I'm tapped into someone who's paranoid or worried about something, I'm going to pick up on it. And I didn't know that then. I know that now. And what's really just, it broke my heart, actually. What I found out just last night when I had this heart-to-heart with my sister, I found out that the that crazy, some of the crazy energy I was picking up on. Like I said, the shit's coming out. Like what I said before happened. This person, this specific person, that's what happened to him. I don't know the details. I don't know why it happened, but I know that he dabbled in substances. He gave it out, dealt it, whatever. Say what you want, and what? Okay. Okay. Um, Sorry, my kid's father's going to get our daughter from work, but regardless, I picked up on this. It was a warning for that specific person, and the warning is no longer there because he someone came into his home and shot him, and he's dead. And it happened October 22nd of last year, 2022, which is sad. It's really sad. And even though that person had done not so great things to me personally and in his life in general, I don't wish that on anyone. He has a baby. He has people that care about him, and that's horrible. But that's what I was picking up on, was that situation. And I had no clue for over a year that happened, that he died in that way. And when my sister told me, I was like, what? And then I looked it up, and it's factual. It's true. And the person who did what they did, they've been held accountable. They're in jail. But I seriously picked up on that. And I thought it was going to happen to me. I thought it was going to happen in my house because of how the energies were. And a lot of people thought I was nuts at that time with everything I was picking up on. And what's even more crazy, and now that both my kids are aware of this, I'm totally comfortable with saying it publicly. I remember saying, like, they're shooting up the place. Oh my God, all the rats are gonna die. And I was thinking, like, people who are rats, ratting people out, they're all gonna get pew-pewed, you know? This is really fucked up, and this was not the plan. And I think I've said this before, but I'm not sure. But anyways, 6 months after all that crap happened, like with me picking up on that, and I was thinking it was people, it was literal rats. It was real rats. My daughter had 12 rats, and the girls were not doing well, and we couldn't take care of them anymore. And I brought them to the quote-unquote farm, and I was like, almost gonna be like, you know, whatever happens, happens kind of thing. Well, you want to know how they passed? The person who took them, I'm not naming names or anything, the person who took them fucking shot them all in their cages, which is what I was paranoid about in one of my 911 calls. Because I was like, how many people are here? Why is this person shooting? Like, there's so much gunfire. It was real rats. It was not people. But how the fuck would I know that, you know? But I picked up on that, and it made me seem el nutso at the time. It really did. But that's how Spirit shows us things. I guess that's why I'm explaining it this way, because Spirit shows us things in weird ways. With the guy I was talking about who got shot and killed, I really want to cry about that. I do. Even though he wasn't always the nicest to me. Even though, you know, he could have killed me at one point when I was heavily into my addictions and stuff. And he almost did. I'm not going into details. I never wish that on him. I used to babysit his son. And it's heartbreaking that people in that lifestyle that do the things that he did and whatever, that can happen, that does happen. He's someone's baby too, and people cared about him. But I predicted that, and I had no clue. I had no clue. But I was like reflecting, and I'm going, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, are you kidding me right now? But one thing I said to my sister during our conversation last night was stay away from shitty people, because I see something bad there. And I don't want the situation to get worse. I want her to get better. And I really hope, no matter what anyone thinks, no matter how difficult the situation is, no matter how many people want to judge the situation, she's a person, she's my sister, she's my family. And I'm hopeful that something good will come out of this. I'm hopeful that positive change will happen. If it doesn't, it is what it is. But she actually, she's lied to me for a long time, or tried to. And I called her on all her shit last night, and I was like, you can lie to everyone else, but you can't fucking lie to me. And she was honest. She really was. And I am very grateful for that, and I applaud her for that, because sometimes being honest is hard, especially when we know that we're the problem, or we fucked up, or whatever. And she has been honest with me, like I said, at least from last night moving forward, and that's good. That's good. That's really good. So if any of you are dealing with anyone who has been less than honest, whether it's substance related or not, just be the bigger person. Be the bigger person. And even if things don't change, at least you did the right thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, why be part of the problem when you can be part of the solution? And if the solution doesn't work out, if things don't work out, it's not your fault. You did everything you could. You know what I mean? No matter what the situation is. That's kind of what I want to say here. I just heard you're on the right track. So with whatever is going on in your world, you're doing what you need to do for you. And there's always baby steps in any process in life. You gotta take things one step at a time, especially when you're dealing with difficult situations. I just heard a lot of the things that you said are coming to fruition. And I know that that's a message from Spirit to me, because it is true. I want to go back and watch my craziness when I was like, oh my God, this is happening and whatever, because it's happening now. It's not as like intense, but it's happening. It's happening to different people. I just heard just like that 4-wheeler accident that wasn't actually an accident. Someone was under the influence, but regardless, I just heard there's so much you don't know. And that's not a spiritualist that doesn't know. That's friends, family, whatever. Someone was dealing with a lot before they passed. What? I just heard kids die, people die. The world just is horrible. What do we have to look forward to? Our own lives and lessons. And there were people before us who have gone through extremely difficult things, and they came out on the other side in a positive way, like the Holocaust, wars, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, there are people who have literally faced death. They've looked death in the eyes and said, fuck you, without realizing it. And they just continue to move forward, and they've made beautiful lives for themselves. They've gone through the depression, all kinds of different situations that were horrible that most of us couldn't comprehend, which is coming again. I'm just saying, history, pay attention to your history, because it will come back. It's coming back around. I just heard you've been warned, and you know, we all have. We've all been warned when it comes to shit like that. What are we gonna do in those situations, you know? We're gonna make the fucking best of it. And we're gonna have people that we love and care about around us, because that's what's necessary. That's what gets us through. That's what pulls us through. It's not money. It's not your job. It's not the food on your fucking table. Yeah, you need that stuff, but it's the people that are there. When you're starving and you're going, oh, I'm gonna do something stupid, and they're going, no, you're not. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna do whatever we need to do. That's what we need. We need to come together. We need to support each other. We need to love thy neighbor, not hate them, not judge them. We need to love. There needs to be more love in the world. I know that's not what government wants and most people and whatever, but we're here for each other. We need to be here for each other, whether we're related or not. No matter what bullshit has happened in the past, you know, if somebody hurt your feelings, boo-hoo about it and get over it. And what's most important, just what I want to say. Because I can say personally, there's a lot of people who have hurt me, like, intentionally. They didn't like me because of what I represent. I represent good, and apparently they don't. But regardless, it's like, it doesn't matter what their reasoning is. We all fuck up. We all make mistakes. Let that shit go and move forward. If a certain someone or people don't change and they continue down that negative road, then let them go. Let them go down that road on their own. You know what I mean? I will do a reading. That's not just a channeling, but I just had to say this for some reason. And I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you soon. All right?